Welcome, pioneers! I'm proud to present this video of The Good Fox, a New Fable, provided by Ferries, a follower of this channel and the author of a couple of books that you may have seen on Reading Pioneers Academy. A fable is a short story with animals that have some important lesson learned by the end of the story. What is the important lesson? You'll have to wait and watch the video to find out. But before you watch the video, if you have a story you'd like to share here, send me an email, contact@readingpioneers.com, so we can turn your story into the next Read Aloud video. Also, please like the video to show your support for Ferries, and subscribe to see the next Read Aloud coming soon. With all of this out of the way, let's get into the story and our next adventure.
The Good Fox. Fox awoke and she was very hungry. She wanted some food for her dinner. She walked through the forest to go to the town. Many stores in the town had food. She needed to find a store with food. She met her friend Crow on the way. He was very hungry, also. She walked by the toy store. She saw balls and boats. She saw planes and trains, but she saw no food. The fox was still hungry and now she was sad. She walked by the clothing store. She saw shoes and shorts. She saw skirts and shirts, but she saw no food. The fox was still hungry and now she was sadder. She walked by the bookstore. She saw books about bats and birds. She saw books about monkeys and donkeys, but she did not see any food. The fox was still hungry and now she was even sadder. The fox walked by the meat market. The butcher was chopping meat into thick slices. The fox wished she could have some meat. Meat costs money and the fox had no money. She walked by the bread and cheese store. She saw a woman making cheese. The baker was making bread and the bread smelled delicious. But bread and cheese cost money and she had no money. She saw a farmer planting apple trees. He looked very tired.
She would go help the farmer. That would be the nice thing to do.
The fox ran to the field. She dug holes for the apple trees. She dug the holes very fast and in a very straight line. The farmer was very happy. He paid her 3 coins. She put the coins in her mouth and ran back to the town. At the bread and cheese store, she bought bread and cheese. She paid the baker 2 coins. At the meat market, she bought a thick slice of meat. She paid the butcher 1 coin. She ran by the bookstore. The books about donkeys, monkeys, birds, and bats were still there. She ran by the clothing store. The shirts, skirts, shorts, and shoes were still there. She ran by the toy store. The train, plane, boat, and ball were still there. She ran into the forest. She was still hungry, but now she was happy. The fox ran to her den and saw her friend Crow. He was still hungry. She gave her friend Crow the bread. She barked to call her kit. They came out and ate the cheese. She ate the meat. Crow ate the bread. Now everyone is happy and not hungry anymore. She is a very good fox.
Moral: be kind. Help others.